What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're on the main account, and what we haven't done for the month just yet is do broken spaces. We haven't really done any hits. Last month we tried a bunch of quirky things. Today we're going to show you some good strategies for stage 10 and stage 11, but first what we need to do is just literally one-shot our way through this. We've literally have, let me see, where is it? Think of this is the team right here that I've been using, just kind of crushing through all the old content like we do. I mean, we've had these down to 1 kill all the way through like broken spaces 9 for quite a while, and I think this team still does it, honestly. We haven't like tweaked up our Lord if you're asking him to be super powerful right now. He's still one of the more powerful on our account, but as you guys can see, 1 ticket on our type of account is enough to clear most of these, even these battles right here. Let's just make sure we got the right team set up. Go into this battle. I'm pretty sure he just crushes it, even versus enemies like this. We do, of course, have our energy feed type setup going, which is good. We dodged the carry active, so hopefully he actually crushes right here. However, I think he's going to hit the wrong target. Yeah, doesn't really matter. He almost one-shots the bosses on broken spaces 8 at this point. It's getting a little out of control, the amount of damage he can do. Oh, man. Round 3. Yeah, that's some pretty good damage, Lord if you're asking. Probably going to do something similar right here in the old broken spaces 9. It's pretty much why we don't cover it too much anymore, because it's gotten to the point with the power of our heroes on this account. It is just so easily crushed. It is insane. And again, we technically have our hero in the wrong spot. We're hitting the non-defense down target, which, you know, it can be annoying, but bam, we get that cleared out one shot as well. Now we get to the new content, stage 10. So stage 10 is that really difficult one because Gloria and Eos are really annoying. And then, of course, you have 4Cs and you do have Vulcan, 2 really annoying heroes to go up against. However, stage 10, we've already kind of done this before. If we jump into battle here and we go for the PvE boss setup, that's what we've used previously with our Doom Terminator Vulcan with a couple carries. We got some survivability. I don't know exactly what's wrong with this preset. Let me see what's going on with it just to see. I'm pretty sure this is the one we used last time as well. Everybody looks correct. I guess the only thing that isn't added is her ability there. We got her skin. And this was like a pretty solid team. Having a couple carries in the mix ended up working out pretty well for us. I don't think it was necessarily a one-shot per se, but that was the team we used. However, we're going to change things up just a little bit. So here's what we're going to do. We're not going to be running the carries or anything like that. I'm still going to go into our main lineup right here. However, one thing we are going to add in is our Olivia, mainly because it helps with survivability, it helps with damage reduction, all these fun things. And what we're going to do is we're going to go for our Scarlet Queen Halora core just to give us some healing. The other thing we need to do, we need to make sure our Lord of Fear Aspen is across from the bottom target, because that's going to be the one that has the defense down like we have seen. And then we're also going to be changing you over to a Demon Bell setup. Now I think this can still get a 1 ticket clear here. I'm pretty sure it can. Is his crit damage too much at this point? Ooh, his crit damage is way too high on this hero, especially since we're getting 50 from other locations. We do have defense down, so probably going for either skill damage or holy damage is going to be the better option here. Our precision's perfect, skill damage, so that is looking pretty sweet with the Christmas skin. So again, let's just make sure their destiny transitions are correct on top of everything else, because I don't think I've ever set it up here, so I don't know if it matters if it tweaks around. That's good. I guess lowering their attack would probably be pretty solid here as well. Okay, so let's save it. Let's see how we do, because last time we did this, we were kind of just doing a lot of weird testing. My hope is that we can get through this in one single battle now with 1 ticket, and if we can, that would be absolutely amazing. Again, want to make sure he's across from the bottom target, because defense down tends to go to the bottom target, and there it is. It is at the bottom. Our hope is that we have enough healing, shielding, all that fun stuff. Oh no, our Olivia literally went down. So yeah, the fact that our treasure train isn't very high is a bit scary, because that means our normal support heroes that we use are not going to be as useful. You might see some people able to literally crush this in one attempt, but typically what I've noticed is that's only in situations where people have absolutely crazy treasure trains that can keep all their just basic 5e5 heroes alive the entire battle. If that is not the case, that is usually where you have to go to some other strategies, potentially with heroes, like I said, like carry, things like that, so they don't get their actives off, because their actives are really where a ton of their damage comes in. Now, as far as our like awakened heroes go, it's actually not that bad. Like, we are getting like dot stacks up. We're able to do some damage here, but again, it's kind of crazy how this is working out. How some people can literally crush it in one attempt, but again, they have a very strong team as well. But yeah, it can be really tricky if your team just is nowhere near as strong. Like, we're making a good dent on the HP bar, but I've literally seen like Rex and everything able to do this in a single round. It's absolutely insane, but it does help if you can do like a Demon Bell energy feed in this scenario. So I'm going to show you guys the way that I did it last time, and it seems to work pretty well as a strategy. And that's going to be adding in another kind of like support hero to keep your heroes going. I think just literally swapping out the Olivia for Hyperspace Hunter Islamok is going to do wonders for our team, and that if it can keep the Heartwatcher alive, getting those stacks up, that means we're gonna have a lot more damage, and of course we're gonna have a proper energy feed, getting tons of actives every single round. So that's kind of the comparison that you can do with this right here, just chucking the normal, almost like it's basically like the normal Star Expedition team almost, except for the one hero. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop Olivia out since she is just not working for us, and we're gonna drop in you, my man. And you are going to get energy feed as well. We're gonna want you going that way. Demon Bell on everybody else. Everybody has Unbending Will there, and just like Scarlet Queen Halora, we can probably build you a little bit more offensive here just to get a little bit of extra damage in. Honestly, can build you offensive too. Like, if Scarlet Queen Halora can live, he probably can as well if we go for a crit damage type setup. Put some this is actually too much damage. Wow, it's almost like we can't put crit damage on any hero anymore, which isn't a bad thing either. Like, it really isn't. I wonder if she's even capped out. Crit damage a little high, but not too bad. So let's save this. Let's drop him into the mix and see how it changes. Again, we're going to keep Scarlet Queen Halora's core just so that she can heal for us. I'm hoping that makes a huge difference. So as you guys saw last time, we did 3%. Now that hopefully we can keep an entire team alive, we can do a lot of damage here. Wait, was that a graphical bug? No, yeah, it was a graphical bug. I'm like, wait, why does Drake not have full energy? This means we're gonna have tons of shielding. We're gonna have tons of heal. Oh no, Heartwatcher actually still went down. That's insane. I guess we might have to run the Heartwatcher with a crown, which means we don't have like pure 100% uptime. Oh, that kind of sucks. And I guess I don't need crowd control at all, right? I guess I could use dot removal on all of them because, well, Gloria can stun, right? I'm pretty sure she can stun. Either way, we're still getting like an okay energy feed. It's not perfect really, but when Lord Fear Aspen does get hit as well, it does help keep that going. But again, missing out on those Heartwatcher marks are going to be pretty big. However, that is a much bigger hit, as you guys can see there. Now, let's see what we can do to keep this Heartwatcher alive. She's like the only hero nowadays that you can't give extra power to. She's literally as tanky as she can be. Besides upgrading that stone a little bit more, I think what we have to do is literally run a crown on this hero and hope she does not die. It's really sad to see that she's dying so quickly there. If we could put a Demon Bell on her, that would be amazing, but the fact that we're now down to 72% means it was a really good hit. So let's see what this one looks like with the Heartwatcher hopefully living. Just got to get her past like that first round or two, get full shielding and everything. She's got to like take the first hit. So let's see what happens to her this time. Yeah, you see the big amounts of damage coming in. We need that shielding. We need them to block. Come on, man. We need the shields. Don't take out my Drake right now. Oh, man. There we go. We got some shielding going on them to get started, which is good. And that is the one thing is non-transcendence heroes. Yeah, the Drake went down this time, too. It's just really sad to see. Still doing good damage here. But as you guys can see, down to 31. So that was a really good hit, even with losing the Drake. But again, part of this is probably down to changing this over to Dot Purify on a lot of these support heroes, just to hopefully get the live, because like, yeah, it's kind of sketchy the way it's working out here. Even with all these extra bonuses, it would take us probably about 3 hits on an account like ours. Now, of course, there are some other strategies you can do. You can chuck in like a... Oh, I guess like once you have the first hero down, it's really not bad, and you can go a little more offensive here too. But you can toss in like carries or something like that to drain their energy, since a lot of their big damage from Gloria and everything come from that ability. It's just really, really brutal. The other thing we could also run, I believe, is Mark Purify for the magic bubbles. I believe those count as mark damage, and we'll check that out at the very end of this as well. But you see now at this point, we're good to go. We're getting actives off. We're going to chain it. We're going to kill it on this attempt right here. Lord of your Aspen doing his thing. A little extra damage from Hyperspace Hunter Ilamok, but that's Broken Spaces 10, and it is a pain in the butt. Like I said, if you take a look at Gloria's ability here, it is a mark, and that's why when it triggers, it can just kill your heroes from 100% to 0. I believe the mark damage might even bypass shielding. I don't know about that though. But yeah, magic bubble is there. What you really need to do is in your formation, make sure you're going to not even Dot Purify, but really going to make sure that you're gonna survive, and just go to Mark Purify. Try to keep your 2 support heroes alive. Adding in the Hyperspace Hunter Ilamok helps, but it is still very difficult. Even on an account like ours, it takes like 3 hits to clear this level. Next up, we'll be talking about Broken Spaces 11 a little more in depth, because there's one hero that really saves you a ton of attempts. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time. Leave a comment down below with what your team setup is.